Look at how far we've traveled. Look at how much we've done.
Hello everyone, it's Liz Holloway here and welcome to my tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create an upright piano to hold cards or whatever 3D you want inside the actual box. This 3D upright piano is great to give to a piano teacher, and it is also a great display to put on top of her piano. So let's get started. What you're going to need are all the pieces pre-cut. Fold and add tear and tape to all the tabs. All the pieces are also numbered from 1 through 8 or 9, can't remember, but they are numbered and you just have to take a look at them. I'm going to arrange all my pieces in order and I will let you know which piece you need as we go on. So what you're going to do is you're going to need pieces 1 and 2 and add score tape on the tabs and then fold all the perforated edges. You will need to piece 1 and 2 together right at the tab area and ensuring that the left hand side of tab 2 is butted to the perforated edge and then the top and bottom are aligned. Then the next step is to fold the piece over and then add your second tab to the box. The next piece you will need is piece 4, which is the bottom of the box. Fold, crease, and add tear and tape to all the tab edges. Carefully align the straight edge to the fold line and ensuring that your corners are at 90 degrees on all 4 corners. And if you need to, burnish it with your bone folder before adding the next tab on. The next piece you will need is piece 3, and this is the top of the box. Fold all your tab pieces, crease well with your bone folder, and add tear and tape wherever the tabs are, and use whatever favorite medium gluing that you need. Be sure to burnish all your adhesive to ensure that the adhesive medium sticks to the cardstocks. Having not sticking can cause a bit of a problem and will delay your projects. When you're adding piece 3 to the box, the long flap is the front piece. And just before you even remove the backing strip, just test out your box to make sure that everything fits. Grab piece 5, 6, and 8, and this is where we're going to start creating the back of the box as well as the sides.
5 and 6.
So go ahead and crease all your tab edges, add tape, and then make sure that you score the folds well. With pieces 5 and 6, you see how I added the tear and tape on the inside of the tab? Ignore this step, as you will see later in the video that I had put the tape on the wrong side. So what I want you to do is add tape on the outside, not the inside of this particular of piece 5 and 6. When you have got all your tape onto your pieces, add the pieces 5 and 6 to piece number 8, the straight edge to the tab edges, and then making sure that they are aligned straight. When you have assembled the sides and the back pieces together, it is now time to put the insert and the box together. Okay, so when you have this done, the flaps of the inside box sits over the back base and sides. Now don't worry about the flaps not sticking well to the box, as this will be covered with coordinating cover pieces. Make sure your long flap is the front and the shorter flaps are at the back. Now open up the front part of the piano, and on the back side of the front piano, I want you to measure 1 inch down from the fold line and then 2 3/4 inch from the edge to mark the middle. Where the X sits, this is where you are going to add your mini magnet. Now I'm going to show you how to do that yet, so don't do it just now. So I've just put a circle right there to indicate where the magnet is going to sit. You don't need to do that.
2 3/4.
I just wanted to show you where it's going to sit. And so when you lift up your cover hinge of the piano cover, what the two magnets will do will snap into place to hold the cover open. Set the piano aside, and we're going to work on the piano keys and the cover. The cover is the cutouts of the bass bottom, back, and cover, and it's the top piece that has the 3 score lines. Once you get that cutout, you're going to mountain fold and mountain fold again, and then valley fold. The 2 1/2-inch mountain folds is where the front of your cover is going to be. So what you're going to do is add tape to the inside of the 1/2 inch, and before you sandwich the 2 pieces together, make a small indicator mark at 2 3/4 to find your center, and then add a mini magnet to the center. I also added a glue dot to the magnet because I want the magnet to be taped down onto the other side before sandwiching it. The fold closure is the bottom of the cover, and you'll need to figure out also the negative and positive of the magnets, and to do so, add a magnet to the cover. The magnets will automatically snap into place. Now this part is a little bit tricky because I had to think about how the magnet is going to snap together when I place it behind the front panel. So where I had put the glue dot in front of the magnet or on the magnet, this is not what you want. You actually want to add glue dot on the other side. So rather than wasting that, I am just going to use that glue dot as my indicator, thinking that it is the wrong side. And I put it on my paper piercer because it is magnet, and then add glue dot to that side, and then place it onto the front cover. So now you can either do one or two things, either remove the glue dot on that side, or just add a piece of longer tape or a piece of paper like I have here, and I'm just going to cover it up. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that my magnet is not going to go anywhere, just in case that it the glue dot releases. So here I don't have enough tape to cover the magnet. So what I did was I took a remnant piece that's got the Sizzix adhesive sheet on it, and I am going to actually cut a larger square to cover the magnet piece. And now I know that that magnet is not going to fall off later on. When your front panel cover magnet piece is on, it is time to work on the front connecting sides. And you see how I had tape on that particular tab. You don't want the tape on that tab, but to add tape to the front side of the tab, because what that's going to do is going to sit in behind the front cover. Take piece 9 and fold, score, and add tape to the tabs. Piece 9 is where the keyboard is going to sit, and it is also the front of the leg part of the piano. The tabs sits outside of the connecting sides, and the smaller tabs sit on the inside of the connecting sides. The smaller tabs, I either glue it or add a small piece of tape, but glue will actually hold, and you're going to place that just like so. When you are done, it is now time to work on piece number 7. Again, score and fold, crease well, add tape to all the connecting tabs, and then what you're going to do is take all the large tabs and they will be placed on the outside of the connecting folds, and then the smaller tabs on the inside of the connecting sides. When you have the pieces all together, it is now time to glue down the keyboard, and I just use the multi-purpose glue, but you can use tape, and I add glue close to the cutting edges and then just taping it or gluing it down to the platform. Make sure that the black keys are right on top and the white keys are at the bottom. So what I did was I just aligned it so that the front of the keys are right at the bottom, and I'm not going to worry about the gap too much because that is going to be covered. Now for your piano hinge cover, make sure that the top ½ inch is covered with tape, and I'm using tape is because I want the edges as close as possible, and also to the straight edge as well as the folded edge. Add the piano hinge to the piano, and then the next step is to add another piece of magnet to the front of the cover. Now you can do it two ways. You can either add a glue dot to the magnet just as I have already snapped into place, and this is probably a lot easier, or you can put the magnet behind the bench if you wanted to. So your choice. I did it from behind the magnet and just by snapping it into place so it sits right in the back, but for if you're finding it too difficult, you can snap it in the front part of the bench because that's going to be covered anyway, so your choice. So once you got all this done, go ahead and add all your cover pieces, and all the cover should hide all the tab hinges. So enjoy this piece, and I look forward to seeing what you have come up with, and go ahead and decorate all your piano. So give me some pictures, and I'd love to see your work, and I'll post it on my blog as well. Okay, have fun. I can be reached at lizhollowaydesign.blogspot.ca or additional Facebook pages, Liz Holloway Design or the Canadian Papercraft, Cards and Scrapbook. I'm also on Instagram and Twitters. If you need to get a hold of me by email, it's liz.holloway@gmail.com. Thanks for joining me, and have a great week.